you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to have you guys here. My name is Adelle Skinner. I am a feminine energy and inner work coach. Today's topic, we are going to be focusing on the worth, our worth as humans, our worth as women, and how when we are connected and know and understand and truly live from a place of that value, everything around us changes. I'm really excited about today's episode. A woman in her feminine energy knows her value, and she will not settle for less than what she knows she is worth. This is true for both the feminine and the masculine, but since we are focusing on the feminine, I'm going to use that as the set point. Humans need to know that they have intrinsic value. This is a value that is neither earned nor bought. You have done enough, and you are enough to be of value. No one can work hard enough or earn enough money to be more valuable than another person. That's just not a thing. And this is such important information to have, because if you are someone who feels like they have to earn someone else's love or affection, or you might feel the need to earn the right to be valued, you will always be putting yourself in situations where you have the potential to be mistreated or taken advantage of in some way, shape, or form. The key to being treated well and to keep yourself safe is to know and understand your own value. When you truly know your value, you're not over here trying to squeeze recognition from others. You show up as your best, most authentic self. And then, if others don't approve of you, then you have the confidence to walk away. You understand that if someone else doesn't like you, doesn't approve of you, doesn't see your value, that it has nothing to do with whether or not you are likable or whether or not you do have value. It has everything to do with them. Others will treat you in direct correlation with how they feel about themselves. A truly confident person is never threatened by the success of someone else. People who are pretending, who are putting on airs, or who are trying to appear to be more confident or successful than they really are, they will 100% be threatened by the success or recognition of someone else, because they don't truly believe that they are successful, that they are valuable without that recognition or success. So let's look at this in terms of a relationship. So if you are feeling very insecure or unloved in your relationship, and if you're expecting the other person to fix it or to make you feel more secure, you will always be left wanting and needing more and more. And you will be left feeling more and more unloved and insecure. But if you truly know your value, when you love yourself, you can give that the other person to be whoever they choose to be, however they choose to show up. The coolest thing is when you let people do what they want to do, you get to see what they would rather do. So if this person that you choose to be with wants to love you and wants to value you, they will. But it will have nothing to do with your ability to be loved or your ability to be valued. And this is so key to understanding, because so often we get caught up in this idea of romance and how the other person is supposed to complete you and they make you feel whole. But honestly, that is a very dangerous myth to buy into. It is never another person or anyone else's job to make you feel loved and valued. That must first come from within. It is actually one of the great laws of the universe. As within, so without. As above, so below. So basically, what this means is that we must first be whole and complete within ourselves. We can't expect someone else to make us whole and complete if we are not doing that for ourselves. When we can feel whole and complete on the inside, when we believe that we are worthy of it, then we are able to manifest that into the outside world. So when you know that you are valued, when you know that you are worthy of love, and you love yourself, you do not allow others to treat you with anything less than what you know you are worthy and deserving of. Of course, this goes without saying that this knowledge must be true and absolute within yourself. Just like, a person who is pretending to be confident is going to be triggered by the success of other people. If you're just pretending to love yourself, if you're not actually truly in alignment with that knowledge, you will still struggle. You are going to struggle. You're going to expect someone else to love you. But if you truly know and believe that you are worthy and deserving of love, then you are going to expect that from other people, and it's going to show up for you. You have the opportunity, when you are so in alignment with yourself of how much you are worth, you are able to walk away from any situation that does not align with that belief. And it's easy to walk away because you know that there is better for you out there. You know that if you are not being treated in the way that you need to be treated, the way that you want to be treated, and you choose to walk away from that relationship, you know that there is something better out there for you. You're not stuck to this limited belief that this is all there is for me. Like, I have to put up with this because this is all there is. So look at it in terms of, say, buying or selling something. When you are in the market for a vehicle, say you know what you want, you know the model that you want, you know the color that you want, you know exactly how much you have to spend, like you know exactly what you want. So when you're shopping for a car, you're going to go to the dealerships that have the exact thing that you want. And if they don't end up having what they want on their lot, you're not afraid of walking away because you're not afraid that maybe another dealership might have what you need or what you want. You have so much power because you know that you can walk away, that somebody else is going to have what you want. Just because they don't have it doesn't mean it's not available. You just look for it somewhere else. Now, let's look at that from the seller's perspective. The seller needs you to be on their lot. They need you to buy a car. So they're going to work really hard to try to convince you that you need what they have. Even if they don't have what you want, they're going to try to convince you that, oh, well, you can get a lower model, you can get a different color, maybe you can get a completely different make of the car. They will do everything that they can to keep you from walking out the door. So in these two scenarios, which one has the most power and the most confidence? The buyer will always hold the upper hand because they know their value. They know what they're looking for. They know that if they can't find it here, they can absolutely find it somewhere else. And the same goes for how you see and what you believe about yourself. When you know what you deserve, when you know your worth, you are not afraid to walk away. You're not there to prove yourself to anyone, to beg them to reconsider, to ask them to reevaluate. No, you sit back. You let them treat you how they're going to choose to treat you. And then if that doesn't feel good for you, if that doesn't work with how you are choosing to be treated, then you walk away. That's the power of knowing your value and what you will accept in a relationship. You're not available for begging for crumbs because you know that you are worth loving, and that if they wanted to love you, well, they would. Understanding that is so important. And I love teaching this concept because it not only frees you who is wanting the love, it also frees them. Not everyone is suited for each other, and that is 100% okay. What one man will not do for you, another will be so happy and so willing to do. It really just comes down to whether or not you feel like you are worthy of it or worth it. Nothing outside of you needs to change. All the change is going to come from how you see yourself and what you feel you deserve and what you are or are not willing to accept. You secretly attract the type of person that will mirror how you feel about yourself. So if you as a woman feel that you are worthy of being adored, doted on, cherished, you will attract the man who is more than happy to do all of those things for you. Men are actually very romantic, and they desire to be romantic. They desire to do the things that their woman wants. The problem is that either he's not sure what she wants because she's not sure what she wants, or he's getting mixed signals because she feels unworthy of that type of love and affection. So she's going to attract the man who is avoidant and who struggles to give her what she needs. This doesn't mean that he is intentionally trying to be cruel or hurtful. Now, sometimes that can be the case, but oftentimes it just means that like attracts like. Hurt people will hurt people. So if you are a woman and you are struggling with self-worth issues, it's very likely that you will attract a man who is also struggling with his own self-worth issues. So it will be a very unhealthy and hurtful dance when these two unaligned, two hurt people come together. But it's 100% okay because you can change this. When you step into your own worth and understanding that you have always been and always will be worthy of love, and when you start to expect that from those around you, you shift this dynamic completely. Now, either he will step up and he'll start treating you the way that you want to be treated, or he will leave because it's too painful for him to face his demons and heal. And here's the thing. Either one is 100% perfectly okay. Because if he does decide to walk away, all he's doing is making room for a man who is ready and willing to step up in the way that you need and want him to. This is one of the coolest things about feminine energy. When you start to see your value, when you start to choose to no longer be available for behaviors that do not align with you, you don't need to have some big discussion with your man. All right? This is like the best. You don't need to line him out. You don't need to get after him if he's behaving in a way that you don't like. You don't need to lecture him. You don't need to be pouty or angry. Feminine energy is so magnetic, and masculine energy is so drawn to it. I love knowing how to operate in the way that we were designed to operate. It is so cool. So Here's what you need to know if you're wanting to change that dynamic, if you're wanting to change the way that you're being treated. You need to fall so in love with yourself that you are okay to walk away from any situation that doesn't feel good. This means that if he says something or if he acts in a way that is not right for you anymore, all you have to do is pull your energy back. Do not engage. Do not interact. Do not react. Let him say what he said. You can look at him and then walk away. Imagine that he is like a brick wall. We don't give brick walls our energy or attention. They're inanimate objects. Do the exact same thing for him. You don't need to give him the look. You don't need to huff or stomp away. You can simply look at him. Imagine pulling your aura or your energy back into yourself, and you walk away. Go do something that makes you happy, whether that is shopping, whether that's baking, walking, running. I don't know, go get your nails done. Go do something, anything that is just for you, that makes you feel good. Now, remember, you are not doing this to punish him, but to love yourself. Instead of putting your energy out towards him, if he does something that's hurtful, you turn your energy towards yourself. You need that love. Give that love to yourself. You're not going to give him any of that energy or attention. This is so rough for the masculine energy. They feel it. They're so in tune to feminine energy and they will feel it. Now, he might push harder trying to get an interaction out of you. But so just be a little bit prepared for some pushback. But the way that you kind of stay in yourself is you continue to see him as an inanimate object. See him as a brick wall when this happens. No energy or attention needs to go to him. Do not feed his energy if he's doing anything that you have decided that you are no longer available for. It might sound a little bit rude and it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but I promise you, it is so powerful. It's very much like training a dog to sit or do tricks. Not that your man is a dog, but it's the same basic concept. When a dog does the behavior that is desired, the trainer gives him a treat and gives him attention. But if the dog does anything that is not wanted, the trainer doesn't hit him, he doesn't scold him. All they do is they simply ignore it. They turn their back on him. That's actually a training that they'll teach you, is that you actually turn your back on them. No energy, not even eye contact, no energy, no attention is given to the unwanted behavior. The reason for this is because the dog, while it doesn't want to be yelled at, it still wants attention. So attention is still attention. And masculine energy is exactly the same way. Attention is attention, good or bad. We want to basically train them to treat us the way that we desire to be treated. And we do this by rewarding the desired behaviors with our sweet, magnetic, beautiful feminine energy. And the unwanted behaviors are simply ignored, not even acknowledged. Completely pull that energy back. And when you do that, when you pull your energy back, you are standing up for yourself in the most true to form feminine way. We are letting them know we will not be treated that way without even saying anything. Has anyone ever seen a woman do this? It's incredibly powerful. This is called your dark feminine energy. I love dark feminine energy because she is resolute in her worth and she does not put up with anything but she does it in such a magnificent, queenly way that it automatically draws the line. She doesn't have to yell. She doesn't have to throw a fit. She doesn't have to get after him. It is so instant, and it draws that line in the sand. So Angelina Jolie, she comes to mind when I think of dark feminine energy. She is a woman who knows what she wants, and she can give that look that will instantly shut anyone down. Has anyone ever seen her do this? It's the coolest thing. Now, when you watch her, it's not mean. Like, she never, I don't think I've ever seen her give like a nasty look. It's not a catty look. It's not like a, I don't know, like a terrible look. It's just a look of a woman who knows her value and who refuses to let anyone walk over her. Angelina Jolie is so magnetic, and she's beautiful, and she can shut down anything that she needs to instantly by pulling her energy back into herself. And it's very unsettling for those who are insecure. They literally don't know what to do with themselves. And you have the exact same ability. You just need to let that part of you out. And it is really actually super easy to do once you understand and know your value. Like, when you really connect to your value, when you really understand it, it is so natural. You just naturally start to get the ick around people who can't or won't treat you well. You start to want to walk away. And this is me giving you permission to do just that. If you feel the urge to leave a situation, to shut down a situation, to walk away from a situation, it's not unkind. It is actually the kindest thing that you can do. Because when you start to see your value, when you start to treat yourself right, when you start to stand up for yourself in those ways, what you're doing is you are giving others permission to do the same thing. A diamond is no less valuable because someone cannot, or will not pay for it. The diamond doesn't lose its value based on who's trying to buy it. You are exactly the same way. You are expensive, and that's okay. Only those who can afford the diamond are going to be shopping at that store. And they understand and see the value in high quality diamonds. And they're happy to pay the price. You are exactly the same way. Your value is inherent. It's intrinsic. It's not something that changes. So now that we're all excited to know and understand our worth, because we can see how important it is, how do we actually go about doing this? Because that can be really hard. Like, oh yeah, I would love to live that way. How do I get there when there's so much crap going on in the world around us that is constantly telling us that we're not enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not tall enough, we're not short enough, we're not thin enough, we're not heavy enough? Like, all of the things, there's so many things bombarding us with how we are not enough. So how do we remember the diamond that we have always been? The key to any change, I believe, and I have said it multiple times, is meditation. The reason that this is so important is because when you can quiet your mind, when you can settle into your heart space, this space is governed by feelings and emotions, not your thoughts. When you are connecting to yourself, you cannot do it through your thoughts. You must go to your emotions. And that is because emotions have memories that transcend this mortal existence. When you connect with your heart, you can connect to your heavenly parents. When you do this, you let them teach you and show you your value. You are a daughter of God. You were and have always been loved by them. Before you came to this earth, you had a relationship with them. They know you, and you know them. You might have forgotten much or all of that relationship, but through meditation, that is where you can remember by feeling the emotions that you felt in their presence. Let them remind you of who you are and how much they cherish you. I promise you, if you spend 30 minutes every day in their presence, you cannot help but change how you see yourself. It is impossible to feel that level of love, that amount of perfect love, and not be changed. When you start to see yourself differently, you will start to treat yourself differently, and you will start to act differently. You stop putting so much stock in what others say or think about you. You know in your soul that you are loved and valued. And when someone in this mortal realm refuses to see you or treat you that way, it's easy to walk away. Not because you feel like you're better than they are, or because you want to punish them, but simply because you know that it is not in line with how you feel or how you deserve to be treated. One thing that I really want to stress here is that it is 100% okay for other people to have their own opinion. It is one of the greatest gifts that we have here on mortality, which is the gift of agency. Just because we see and know our worth does not mean that others automatically will, and we need to let them be them. We cannot force anyone to change, but we can teach them how we expect to be treated by pulling our energy back if we need to. Now, they are still allowed to react however they choose to react. Some might decide to change and grow with you. Others might choose a different path. And neither one is better or worse. You are connecting with your self-worth, with your value, because it is what feels right for you. Not so that you can control or manipulate your partner, or so that you can trick someone into being with you. It doesn't work that way. Healthy feminine energy is not manipulative. It is pure and precious. If you find that you are trying to manipulate and you're trying to control a situation, you are not in healthy feminine, but you are either in wounded feminine or wounded masculine. And neither one of those will feel good or serve you in the long run. You will end up bitter, angry, and constantly afraid of losing control. True healthy feminine energy loves herself deeply, knows her value, and is so secure in herself. You know you are in your healthy feminine if you can trust yourself and if you are connected to your intuition. If you're not sure, then meditate. This will put you back into your healthy feminine so fast. The feminine was designed to be supported by the masculine. And if you don't have a healthy masculine in your life that you feel like can support you, make God your masculine. I honestly like to start there anyways, especially when you're first learning about feminine energy. You need something that is solid, that is true, that is constant, that never changes. God as your masculine is the perfect masculine to support you, and he will help you to connect to your feminine. Now, there is no wrong or right way to meditate. I know some people get really worked up and afraid when meditate. Oh, I've got to do it right. The only thing that you need to do is to get out of your head. Let your thoughts quiet. Let your body and emotions teach you. Feel the feelings that you need to feel. They are messages from the divine. If you want guided meditations, there are so many all over YouTube that you can find. But I want to leave you with this. You were created to be a feminine woman with a feminine spirit, with feminine energy. When we connect to and learn to understand our feminine makeup, all the things in our life, they flow better, they're easier, and they're sweeter. Go to your meditations. Connect to your feminine energy. Let your heavenly parents teach you who you are. Let them show you how much they love you, how valuable you are to them. When you can get to that space, you start showing up with so much love and respect for yourself. You can't help but expect that from everybody else. And you're okay with them not being able to give it because you're okay with walking away. You're okay with understanding they're on their own journey. You understand that they are having their own experiences. It has nothing to do with you. You give them grace to be whoever they're going to be, while also holding that space of, I know my value and I know that I'm not being treated the way I need to be treated here. I'm okay with walking away. And when you're walking away from a relationship, it can be sad and it can be scary. But hold on to that trust that the things that are for you will come to you. That when you let go of a relationship, you let go of connection with someone who is not treating you the way you need to be treated, what you're doing is you're opening up opportunities for you to attract the person that is going to treat you well. The person that is going to treat you with the value that you know that you have. It's such a beautiful thing when you can understand this because it gives you so much power and it gives you so much permission to be the person that you want to be. I love that. I love this work. If you want to connect with me, you can sign up for individual coaching down below. Just link that. Or you can join my Facebook community where you can ask questions and I can talk to you there. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have chatted with you today. I will talk to you next time. Goodbye.